To the schools present here, contestants, and our lovely audience. To those joining us online and those present here, we want to say welcome. Ayiko for staying with us from the prelims through the quarterfinals and now the semifinals. This is the first contest of the semifinals. I'm just challenging all the contestants. Please let your intellect shine. The best brains are gathered here this morning and are going to battle it out for a slot, just a slot. So let's see how it goes this morning. And this quiz is distinctive for our junior high school students. It is brought to us by Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with Eride Ghana and Ghana Education Service. This morning, a very, very big thank you to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua-Dixon. Thank you for supporting this vision. We want to appreciate Professor Mekuji, the Provost of College of Science, for this edifice, for the setup. We say thank you. To our chairman of our committee, Professor Kwesi Prekon, we want to say Ayiko. All head teachers, thank you so much. I know it's not been easy releasing your students for them to come here, even the preparations they do after school. We appreciate you. To the teachers who train our students, kudos to you all. You have done the unsurmountable. To our media partners, thank you. Please, to my lovely audience and our teachers, it is a contest. So don't be sitting in the audience and be signaling your school. If I catch you, as our madam will always say, I will disqualify your school. So please pay attention. Don't whisper, don't sign language. Please, let your school represent itself. Thank you very much for bearing with us. So to my contestants, I know that you're having butterflies in your stomach. But remember, this semi-final is on. It's live. So this morning, we bring to our viewers 4 rounds of this contest. Round 1 will give you the basic questions in chemistry, physics, biology, and mathematics, and ICT. Round 2 will be the fastest finger. The fastest finger gets the question and answers it rightly, gets the point. Round 3 will be your technology challenge. The best brains must come to work. Round 4 will be our riddles. Please, as usual, you've been here before. So what I will do is that I will allow you to just think it through. But remember, every contest, every round will have their own set of rules. So don't bother too much. When we get there, I'll give you the rules that govern the very round. And this morning, please, I would like us to, some schools were complaining that they were not hearing their buzzers. So I would like the schools to press their buzzers so that the audience, you will notice that the buzzers are different for each school. So I'll start with best brain. Can I hear your buzzer? Thank you. SOS, HERMANN. Thank you. UADDARA Basic, your buzzer. Thank you so much. So with the hearing of the microphones and the pressing of the buzzers, I begin this contest. And I say, contestants, all the best. To our audience, please fasten your seatbelt for this lovely flight. Once again, we have round 1. This round consists of questions in the areas of biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. If a school answers a question correctly, 3 points is awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the 2 other schools to compete for. The score for a bonus question is 1 point. Schools will have only 10 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations, and 40 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. Bonus questions are open to the 2 other schools to compete. Failing to press the buzzer before answering the bonus question nullifies your answer, even if your answer is right. So this morning, best wishes to all the schools. Question 1. Best Brain International School. Describe briefly the mechanism of excretion in plants. SOS, HERMANN, Osman.
Madam, please, they excrete oxygen from the stomata, and they also store their excretion in the back of the tree.
Correct for 1 point. SOS, HERMANN, JHS, your major question. Describe briefly the mechanism of respiration in plants. Yes, Osman.
Madam, please, the respiration in plants, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere enters the leaves through the stomata, and the guard cells controls the openings and the closings of the stomata, making for gaseous exchange, carbon dioxide in and oxygen out.
Correct for 3 points. UADDARA Basic. Describe briefly the mechanism of photosynthesis in plants. Yes, Gifty.
When there is sunlight and carbon dioxide, plants use sunlight and carbon dioxide and water to make their own food and then release oxygen as byproduct.
Correct, but I'll give her 2 out of 3. And let me explain. She mentioned all the elements for photosynthesis except chlorophyll of the plant. So that is why I'm taking 1 point out. Thank you very much. SOS, HERMANN, your major question. Find the product of 4.55 times 10 raised to the power -8 and 7.13 times 10 raised to the power 8. Best Brain International, Dramina Oforigidian.
32.4415.
Correct for 1 point. Your major question. UADDARA Basic School. Find the product of 3.88 times 10 raised to the power -8 and 1.32 times 10 raised to the power -8. 3.88 times 10 raised to the power -8 and 1.32 times 10 raised to the power 8. A bonus to the 2 other schools. The question has been bailed out. The answer is 5.1216.
Okay.
So now to Best Brain International School. Find the product of 4.52 times 10 raised to the power -8 and 7.03 times 10 raised to the power -8. Yes, Dramina Oforigidion.
311756.
Bonus. UADDARA Basic. Otabel Mensa.
0.2996.
Wrong. SOS, HERMANN. Yes, Osman.
31.7756.
Wrong. So the answer is 31.7756 times 10 raised to the power negative 16. So I gave them 10, negative 8, two of them. So it means that the power is 8, negative 8, they have to add it up. And that is negative 16. All right, so we are going to question 3. This is a preamble to all the schools. So please pay attention. Give 3 examples of the following. So, UADDARA Basic School, basic quantities. Gifty,
Mass, length, amount of substance.
correct for 3 points. Best Brain International School, derived quantities. Derived quantities. Yes, jam now for Gideon.
Power, force, pressure.
Please again.
Power, force, pressure.
Correct for 3 points. SOS HERMANN, physical quantities. Physical quantities. Ketrel Ofoswenchi.
Luminous intensity, temperature, electric current.
Correct for 3 points. Question 4 again. This is a preamble to all the schools. What is the oxidation state of nitrogen in the following compounds? Best Brain International School, NO3 minus. Yes, or say Frank Jr.
5.
Correct for 3 points. SOS HERMANN, NO2. NO2. Ketriel Ofoswenchi.
4.
Correct for 3 points. The answer is 4. UADDARA Basic School, NO. Otabel Mensa, 2. Correct for 3 points. Another preamble to all the schools. Name one human disease caused by the following group of organisms. SOS HERMANN, bacteria. Ketriel Foswenchi, tuberculosis. UADDARA Basic School, viruses. Otabel Mensa,
HIV/AIDS.
HIV/AIDS. Best Brain, parasites. Jamno for Gideon.
Malaria.
Malaria, it is. So we move on to question 6. UADDARA. A 40-kilogram apple. A 40-kilogram apple on a tree is 12 meters above the ground. Calculate the potential energy. Take G as 10 meters per second squared. Yes, Gifty Abochi?
4,800 joules.
4,800 joules it is. Best Brain JHS. A 700-gram mango seed is thrown from a height of 180 centimeters above the ground with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Calculate the potential energy. Take G as 10 meters per second squared. Yes, Jamno for Gideon.
0.252 joules.
Wrong. Yes, Osei Frank Jr.
13,300 joules.
Wrong. UADDARA?
251 joules.
Wrong. SOS?
252.
Ketrel?
252.
Wrong. The answer is 12.6 joules. Remember, I gave all the units for the mango is in grams, and I gave the height in centimeters, and they all need conversion. SOS HERMANN, a body of mass 50 grams, moves with a velocity of 8.0 meters per second. Calculate its kinetic energy. Yes, Osman.
1.6 joules.
1.6 joules it is. Best brain JHS. Give the general formula for finding a reflection on the line x equals 0. Yes, Osei Frank Jr.
XY maps onto negative XY.
Correct for 3 points. SOS. Give the general formula for finding a mapping in a 270-degree clockwise rotation about the origin. Osman.
XY maps onto negative XY.
No. UADDARA, basic. Gifty.
XY maps to negative YX.
Correct for 1 point. UADDARA, your major question. Give the general formula for finding a mapping in 90-degree clockwise rotation about the origin. Yes, Gifty Abochi.
XY maps to Y negative X.
Correct for 3 points. Indicate, so this is a preamble to all the schools. Indicate whether the following is true or false. I start with SOS HERMANN. The magnitude of the kinetic energy in a moving object is directly proportional to the square of its mass. Yes, Osman Jr.
It's true.
It's false. UADDARA Basic School. The magnitude of the kinetic energy in a moving object is directly proportional to the square of its acceleration. True or false? Yes, Otabel Mensah?
False.
False it is. Best brain JHS. The magnitude of the kinetic energy in a moving object is directly proportional to the square of its speed. True or false? Jamna Ofori Gideon.
False.
It's true. UADDARA Basic, your major question. If A and B are even, sorry, we are still doing the true or false. If A and B are even and odd numbers respectively, then A squared plus B squared is even. True or false? Yes, Gifty Abochi?
It's true.
It's false. Yeah, so this is it. If you have, let's say, if you have an even number 2, 2 squared is 4. If you have an even number like, an odd number like 3, 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 4 is a 13. So that's why the answer is false. Best brain JHS. If A and B are even and prime numbers respectively, then A squared plus B squared is even. True or false? Yes, Jamna for Gideon.
False.
The answer is false. SOS HERMANN. If A and B are prime numbers, then A squared plus B squared is odd. True or false? Yes, Ketriel Forianchi. It's false. Best Brain International School. The properties of a triangle can be uniquely determined according to the measure of its three interior angles. True or false? Yes, Jamno for Gideon.
True.
True it is. SOS HERMANN. The properties of a triangle can be uniquely determined according to the length of one side and the measure of two angles, either end of that side. True or false? The properties of a triangle can be uniquely determined according to the length of one side and the measures of the two angles at either end of that side. True or false? Yes, Osman? It's true. UADDARA, the properties of a triangle can be uniquely determined according to the length of its one side. True or false? Yes, Ota Bill Mensah. False. False it is. With this, we come to the end of round 1. Please, let's give it up for our contestants. SOS HERMANN School, at the end of round 1, has 16 points. Best Brain International School, 19 points. And UADDARA Basic School, 24 points.
Mata Ankuma. Hey, who fetuma.
Oh, Chaisa.
No one to man so Jamaica GTP.
I know.
Joro. Hey, with the move. No beauty in some faded.
Me da say. So when him say GTP there, and one of this 40. Now your design is not so there. And you're endless. I mean, in Chemuda.
In Chemuda.
Clemento.
Yes.
You know I really like you.
Okay.
But that's your fabric. It doesn't look genuine.
Oh no, your design, GTP design.
GTP put the hand printed colors be sale. Share. When buying GTP, always check the design number on the label. The same number is printed on the selvage.
I'm a Philippa. But you can't because one I believe you. We are too much. We are genuine.
That's it.
Yeah, we do a movie. What? The 7 circles of Alakwe. Jack, shine your eye.
GTP is available in various shops, open market and online at www.buygtp.com.
GTP, timeless.
My first picnic, yay!
Got the breakfast?
Check.
Good,
And baby hat and umbrella.
Check.
good,
Get the baby bowl and spoon.
good.
Got it.
I love my daddy.
Yumvita?
Yes, what about my Yovita?
Yes, all the flavors: sweet, rice, and maize and wheat.
Yay!
Let's get
What about me? You see your life.
Yumvita, enriched with Nutri-V, contains all the essential vitamins and minerals to help you grow big and strong. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We now move on to round 2, our fastest finger. Yes, I like the way Osei just sat up. It means he's poised for action. So round 2 is the fastest finger. One question will be read out and contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question carries a score of 4 points. When a contestant is ready to answer, they should please press the buzzer before they attempt to answer. Answering before pressing the buzzer will disqualify the school from the question. After the buzzer is pressed, the contestant must answer in 3 seconds. If a school gets the question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. A wrong answer in this round attracts a penalty of 1 point. So before you press the buzzer, think twice. Best wishes to you all. Question 1. What is the most appropriate solvent for lattice? UADDARA? Otabil Mensa?
Turpentine.
Wrong. SOS? Osman?
Benzene.
Benzene it is. Question 3. A straight line passes through the points 1 and 4. Brackets, close and begin. And 3 and 0. Find the equation of the line. SOS?
Y is equal to negative 2x minus 5.
Wrong. Best brain. Jamno for Gideon.
Y is equal to 2x. Y is equal to minus 2x plus minus 2x minus 2.
Wrong. The question has been spelled out. Y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. That's the answer. A sample of a liquid has a volume of 1,500 liters. 1,500 liters. And a mass of 6,000 kilograms. 6,000 kilograms. What is the density? UADDARA. Otabil Mensa?
4 kilograms per meter squared.
4 kilograms per meter squared. Wrong. Yes, best brain.
4,000 kilogram meter cube.
4,000 kilograms per meter cube. You suspect a friend's laptop to be infected with a computer virus. However, your friend wants you to give him a copy of a large video game file you have on your laptop. How are you going to safely deliver this file to your friend without putting yourself or other friends who may make copies at risk of infection of the virus? SOS, Hajj?
Please, you have to scan it first. Then
wrong.
Send it to the remote.
The question has been bailed out. So if you have a friend that's copying a video game from you and you suspect the person will give you a virus, usually viruses travel on rewritable disk. So usually if it's CD rewritable or a flash drive. So what you do is that you either copy the video game on a non-rewritable CD, which cannot transmit the virus, or you upload it into the cloud and give the link to your friend for your friend to go and download it from the cloud. Thank you very much. A battery consists of 2 cells, each of potential difference 2.8 volts. If the cells are connected in parallel and the total current flowing through is 5 times the magnitude of the potential difference, calculate the total resistance of the cell. The question has been built that the answer is 0.2 ohms. What kind of vitamin has the scientific name phylloquinone? SOS HERMANN. Yes, Osman Ha Jr.
Vitamin K.
Vitamin K it is. To the next question. Which microorganism causes the black pod disease? UADDARA. The question has been bailed out. There are 10. So best brain.
Fungi.
Wrong. Okay. So it is called by a protozoa. Protozoa. Question 8. What is the most abundant element in the universe? SOS, Osman Ha Jr.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen it is. A circuit consists of a battery of 6 volts and 2 resistors A and B. Of the resistance values, 10 and 6 ohms, respectively, connected in series. Calculate the total current in the circuit if an electrical cable is connected across the 10 ohm resistor whilst the circuit is in operation. Best brain?
96 ampere.
Wrong. The question has been built that the answer is 1 amps. 1 amps. The last question for this round. What is the product of 3.88 times 10 raised to the power 7 and 1.32 times 10 raised to the power negative 7? The question has been bailed out. The answer is 5.126. With this, we come to the end of round 2. UADDARA Basic, -4. Best Brain International School 01. 1. SOS HERMANN School 10.
I'm at the station. Please, can you give me the direction?
Oh, ask anyone.
Okay, madam.
Madam Punchy Peach.
Yes, so far you go Punchy Peach. A Coso Road. Now, where is number 4 and Numde Avenue?
Oh, number 4 Numde Avenue. What they call? Front right, sharp left. Miss anyone by the roadside.
Thank you. Hello, please direct me to number 4 Numde Avenue.
Numde, see, go sir. Then you curve. You will see some people there, then you ask them. But anyway, I can drop you.
No, thanks. One fire you go Punchy Peach and give me direction to number 4 Numde Avenue.
Go sir.
Thank you.
Please, can you direct me to number 24 Numde Avenue?
Go, sir.
Keep going with the goodness of the new Fan Yogo Punchy Peach. So cool, so good. This advert is FDA approved.
I can take you there. I'm not doing anything.
You have a question each in front of you. You are competing for the task. 10 points to be awarded at the end of your task, and you have 8 minutes to perform the task. Please check. Do you have a bowl of water labeled A? Please check. Empty bowl labeled B? Empty bowl. Okay. An impeller labeled C. Pump shell labeled D. Pump shell cover labeled E. A straw labeled F. Motor labeled G. 1.5 volt battery labeled H. A 9 volt battery labeled I. And a key labeled J. Activity 1. You are supposed to assemble the water pump using the items you've been given. Then 2, you will use the pump to transfer the water as quickly as possible from bowl A into bowl B. Please note, the maximum voltage permitted in this experiment is 11 volts. 11 volts. So this morning, your tasks are in front of you. You've been asked to draw the electrical circuit of your design, and you'll be awarded 2 marks for that. You have to explain your choice of battery. You will get 1 mark. And you have to give the energy conversion that will be taking place. So this morning, with this, I say, start work. You have 3 minutes, 20 seconds to complete your task. You should be answering your questions. All right, time up. So it was an interesting and exciting round. The first task was for them to assemble the setup and pump their water from A into B. Only one school, SOS, HERMANN, was able to do it. So if you are able to assemble, you get 5 marks for that. Unfortunately, it is your assembly that determines how you answer the questions that follow. So if you are not able to assemble, it means any answer you give afterwards is irrelevant. So with this, I cannot mark the two schools, but they will all score 0. That is UADDARA and Best Brain. They couldn't do the setup. So now let's look at the answers that SOS gave. Yes, they were able to sketch nicely. So that will give them 2 points. Then the question was, what informed their choice of battery? In the question, we said that the total voltage should not exceed 11 volts. So they connected the 9 volts and the 1.5 in series. That gave them 10.5. So it means that they were in range. So that also secures them 1 mark. The last question was, what energy conversions will be taking place? Their answer was chemical energy to electrical to kinetic energy. And with that, I'll give them 1 mark. So they get a total of 9 out of 10 for the technology challenge. So at the end of round 3, the scores are Best Brain International School 0, SOS HERMANN 9, UADDARA Basic 0. Round 4 is our riddles round, decoding the clue. The question will be read out as a series of clues. If the question is answered on the first clue, the school will score 6 points. If answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. On the third clue, 4 points. On the fourth and any other clue, 3 points. Remember, contestants are to press the buzzer before attempting to answer the question. Failure to press the buzzer before answering disqualifies you from that question and also nullifies your answer even if it is correct. So please, contestants, remember, once you press your buzzer, you are supposed to answer the question. So if you are not ready, please don't press your buzzer. So with this, I say, let the one who can decode riddles, like what our grandmothers used to do for us in the evenings around the fire, be the one to win this round of the contest. Thank you very much. Riddle 1. I am a complete organism. My properties are very different from the properties of my component organisms. I come in many colors, sizes, and forms. I normally grow on the back of trees, leaves. Best Brain International School, Jamno Fori Gideon.
Chameleon.
Wrong. I normally grow on the back of trees, leaves, mosses, bare rocks, gravestones, roofs. SOS HERMANN, Ketro Foswenchi.
Okay.
Wrong. I arise from algae or cyanobacteria living among filaments of a fungus in a symbiotic relationship. Who am I? UADDARA Basic?
Doda.
Wrong. The study of my family is palynology. I am very small enough to require magnification to see my detail. Together with my dad, we are very useful in paleoecology, paleontology, archaeology, and forensics. I have a hard coat made of sporopollenin, which protects the gametophytes during the process of their movement from the stamen to the pistil of the flowering plants. You can think of me as a sperm cell. I am the male microgametophyte of the seed plant, and without me, pollination cannot occur. Who am I? UADDARA. Yes, Otabil. Pollen grain it is. So it was answered on the last clue, so the school gets 3 points. To the third riddle. My nickname is Quicksilver. Although I am not a footballer, SOS.
Mercury.
Mercury it is. So, the question was answered on the first clue, so they get 6 points. To the fourth riddle. I was discovered by as an accident by Henry Becquerel. I am often categorized as either ionizing or non-ionizing, depending on the energy of the particles involved. My path is through space, and my energy is conserved in vacuum. In fact, my discovery has a great linkage with the element radium. A common source of me include X-rays from medical radiography examination. Unlike radio waves, my products are generally regarded to be harmful to biological systems. Best Brain. Dramino for Gideon?
Reactant.
I'll give it for 3 points. So, I think radioactive elements, so I'll give it to him for 3 points. Thank you. Radioactives, yes. So fine. So, to our last riddle for the day. I am an irrational person with a lot of influence in many fields. Even though I haven't changed over the years, several famous people have tried to understand me across civilizations. It is a known fact that I am a transcendental number. My name may sound Greek, but I am not. Just accept me the way I am, else I will keep taking you in circles till you give up. I am defined in Euclidean geometry. SOS, HERMANN.
Pi.
Pi it is. So, with this riddle, we come to the end of our fourth round. We will now take our scores. The way the competition started, I was getting scared that were we going to have a winner? Yes, at the end of the day, there is a winner. So at the end of round 4, this is how the score stands. UADDARA Basic, 3 points. Best Brain International School, 3 points. SOS HERMANN School, 9 points. So this is how the total outlook is. At the end of the contest, UADDARA Basic School scored 23 points. Best Brain International School, 23 points. And SOS HERMANN School, 44 points. With this, we will say that thank you so much to Best Brain and UADDARA. You have done excellently well. Better luck next time. So the school that is moving on to the finals. The first school to qualify for the finals of the second edition of the Junior Science and Maths Quiz is SOS HERMANN School. So, it's been an exciting contest.